Hello, my dear students. Today's discussion is on fatty acid biosynthesis. A considerable number of fatty acids are derived from diet. Living organisms have the capacity to synthesize fatty acids from acetyl-CoA. Any substance that gives acetyl-CoA, example glucose gives after metabolism acetyl-CoA, is called lipogenic. There are two mechanisms for fatty acid synthesis. Number one is cytoplasmic mechanism and number two is microsomal mechanism. Cytoplasmic system for fatty acid synthesis, also called as extra mitochondrial system or de novo synthesis of fatty acids. The main product of this pathway is palmitate. A site for de novo synthesis, intracellular site location is cytosol and organ location is many tissues including liver, adipose tissue, mammary gland, lung and kidney. The requirements of this de novo synthesis are the following substances: acetyl-CoA, NADPH in its reduced form, and group of enzymes called collectively fatty acid synthetase complex. Now let us take one by one the requirement. The acetyl-CoA, it is provided mainly by glucose through pyruvate glycolysis. Acetyl-CoA is formed in mitochondria and fatty acid synthesis occurs in cytosol. Acetyl-CoA cannot diffuse to cytosol because mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to it. Hence, acetyl-CoA condenses with oxaloacetate in mitochondria and then in the presence of citrate synthetase to form citrate. This citrate formed in mitochondria then diffuse out of mitochondria to cytosol where it is split again by citrate lyase into acetyl-CoA and oxaloacetate. This way acetyl-CoA is brought out of the mitochondria. These acetyl-CoA molecules are used for palmitate synthesis. Oxaloacetate, the byproduct of this, is converted to maltate. Maltate may be converted to pyruvate by Malick enzyme, and this reaction produces one NADPH molecule which is needed for the fatty acid. It is converted to malate. Malate may be converted to pyruvate by Malick enzyme. This reaction produces NADPH in reduced form, which is needed for fatty acid synthesis. Acetyl-CoA used for fatty acid synthesis always derived from glucose and never from fatty acids. This is because the insulin hormone secreted after meal stimulates both glucose oxidation, that is acetyl-CoA, and lipogenesis, fatty acid synthesis, and inhibits lipolysis, that is fatty acid oxidation, forming giving acetyl-CoA. It is produced NAD. Now, second molecule required for fatty acid synthesis is NADPH in its reduced form. It is produced by three sources: pentose phosphate pathway, second is action of cytoplasmic isosaccharic dehydrogenase on isosaccharic. It is similar to mitochondrial one, but it uses NADP as hydrogen carrier in place of NADH. Isocitrate plus NADP use oxaloacetate plus NADPH plus alpha ketoglutarate. Third is action of malic enzyme on malate to produce pyruvate. Fatty acid synthesis complex, a group of enzymes required for the synthesis of fatty acid in the genome system. This enzyme is a dimer that is formed of two subunits. Second, each unit, which is called monomer, consists of 7 enzymes and a terminal protein called as acyl carrier protein ACP. See, ACP is a protein which contains the vitamin pantothenic acid in the form of phosphopantothenic denate. ACP is the part that carries the acyl CoA protein. Each monomer contains two sulfohydryl groups, one provided by phosphopantothene and attached to ACP, the other is provided by cysteine attached to the enzyme beta ketoacyl synthetase. The two monomers are arranged head to tail so that sulfohydryl group of ACP of one monomer is very close to the sulfohydryl group of provided by the beta ketoacyl synthetase of the other monomer. Here is the diagrammatic representation of fatty acid synthetase. You will see that there are two monomers. Each monomer has got 6 enzymes and one acyl carrier protein. I read the first monomer from left to right, that contains ketoacyl synthetase, acetyl transacylase, manoyl transacylase, then hydratase, enoyl reductase, ketoacyl reductase, then that is attached to ACP, acyl carrier protein. The last enzyme is thiosterase in this. There are two sulfohydryl group. One is provided by ketoacyl synthetase and other is attached to acyl carrier protein that belonging to the pantothenic acid. Similarly, you will find the unit 2 is on in the reverse order. That is starting with thiosterase and ending with this beta ketoacyl synthetase. This fatty acid synthase complex, the active enzyme is a dimer of identical subunits. The steps of cytoplasmic pathway of fatty acid synthesis. Say, if the preliminary steps are carboxylation of acetyl CoA to give malonyl CoA and synthesis of palmitate. Observation of acetyl CoA to form carboxylation of acetyl CoA to form malonyl CoA. Malonyl CoA is synthesized from acetyl CoA by a acetyl CoA carboxylase in the presence of biotin and ATP. Second, it is the committed step in this pathway. So you see in the diagram, the acetyl CoA molecule gets carboxylated in presence of ATP, which gets converted into ATP-PI, and this carboxylation gives us a molecule with extra carboxylic group, and malonyl CoA is thus synthesized. Then synthesis of palmitate. Second part, that synthesis is of can be divided. The reaction of synthesis can be studied in two sets. One is formation of malonyl CoA, and then rest set of reaction is for final formation of palmitate. A molecule of acetyl CoA combines with the pantothenate sulfahydryl group of the first monomer. This step is catalyzed by the acetyl or acyl transacylase enzyme. Then acetyl group is transferred to the cysteine sulfahydryl group of the other monomer of fatty acid synthesis. A molecule of malonyl CoA then combines with the pantothene sulfahydryl group of the first monomer. This step is catalyzed by malonyl transacylase enzyme. This leads to the formation of acetyl or acyl malonyl enzyme. So at the end of this reaction, we have acetyl moiety attached to the sulfahydryl group of the SCP and a malonyl moiety attached to the other sulfahydryl group. The acetyl group attacks the malonyl group to liberate carbon dioxide and to form 3-ketoacyl enzyme. This 3-ketoacyl enzyme or beta-ketoacyl enzyme attached to pantothene in then acetyl group attack the malonyl group to liberate carbon dioxide and to form beta-ketoacyl enzyme or acetoacetyl enzyme that attach to pantothene SH group and to let the cysteine SH group free, which was initially occupied by the acetyl CoA. This decarboxylation step acts as a driving force for the whole reaction. The beta-ketoacyl group is reduced, dehydrated, and then reduced again to form the corresponding acyl enzyme, 4-carbon saturated fatty acid enzyme. The 4-carbon saturated fatty acid group is then transferred to cysteine SH group of the other monomer of fatty acid synthetase, leaving the pantothene SH group of the first monomer for the accommodating the second molecule of malonyl CoA. The sequence of reactions in the repeat is then repeated 6 more times to produce fatty acids of 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and finally 16 carbons, that is palmitic acid action of thioesterase enzyme of the multi-enzyme complex, which adds H2O and hydrolyzes the palmitoyl enzyme. We get one molecule of palmitate formed from the 8 molecules of acetyl CoA. The further fate of palmitate is esterification, chain elongation, desaturation, and sphingosine formation. Palmitate esterified in another esterification, palmitate is esterified with glycerol to form acylglycerol or with cholesterol to form cholesterol ester. In chain elongation reaction, palmitate may be elongated to form a longer fatty acid by adding further 2 carbon units. Third is desaturation. Palmitate is after palmitate synthesis, it is unsaturated fatty acid is derived from palmitate. Palmitate may undergo desaturation at C9 carbon 9 carbon 10 to form palmitoic acid. Other product we get from palmitate is sphingosine formation. It is formed by condensation of palmitoyl CoA and the amino acid serine. The key enzymes of cytoplasmic pathway is acetyl CoA carboxylase, which is the regulatory enzyme in the fatty acid synthesis. Insulin stimulates fatty acid synthesis. Insulin activates both acetyl CoA carboxylase and pyruvate dehydrogenase complex (PDH complex) through dephosphorylation of the enzyme. Insulin stimulates also the transport of glucose into cell, example adipose tissues. This increases the amount of pyruvate, which increases the amount of acetyl CoA, which increases the fatty acid synthesis. Regulation of fatty acid synthesis. We continue with that. That when glucagon and epinephrine inhibit fatty acid synthesis through cyclic AMP, and it also stimulates lipolysis. Long-chain fatty acids perform which inhibit the lipogenesis. Long-chain acyl CoA inhibits fatty acid synthesis through it inhibits allosterically acetyl CoA carboxylase. It inhibits transport of citrate from mitochondria to cytosol. Also, it inhibits pyruvate dehydrogenase that synthesizes pyruvate acetyl CoA that is leading for the required for the formation of fatty acid. Citrate stimulates fatty acid synthesis through stimulation of acetyl CoA carboxylase. Here is the diagrammatic representation which shows how insulin acts in on the fatty acid synthesis, and on the other hand, just we have discussed how epinephrine and glucagon they regulate the fatty acids biosynthesis. The precursor for the backbone of fat and phospholipid is glycerol 3-phosphate. So now we are discussing this part, that is how triacylglycerol or triglyceride is formed, which is called as precursor or backbone of fat and phospholipids. Both pathways starts by the formation of fatty acid of glycerol. Both means formation of triacylglycerol or formation of phospholipid. The substrates are fatty acyl CoA and glycerol 3-phosphate. Most glycerol 3-phosphate comes from dihydroxyacetone phosphate from glycolysis via glycerol 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Some glycerol 3-phosphate made from glycerol via glycokinase. Minor pathway in liver and kidney is also observed, where glycerol is the precursor of glycerol 3-phosphate. Acyl transferase, now this is synthesis of triacylglycerol and phospholipid. Acyl transferase attaches 2 fatty acids to glycerol 3-phosphate. The phosphatidic acid is the precursor of triacyl glycerols and phospholipids, made up of glycerol 3 phosphate plus 2 fatty acids. Fatty acids are attacked by acyl transferase, releasing the CoA. The diagram, the same is shown in the diagram. The make to make one triacylglycerol phosphatidic acid is dephosphorylated and acylated. That is, phosphatidic acid phosphatase the lipin removes the 3-phosphate group and the phosphatidic acid from the phosphatidic acid, yielding 1,2-acylglycerol. This 1,2-acylglycerol gets third carbon, at its third carbon is then acylated with a third fatty acid, yielding triacylglycerol. This is the pathway for the synthesis of triacylglycerol. Now, conversion of phosphatidic acid into triacylglycerol. The phosphatidic acid is first converted into diacylglycerol. Diacylglycerol is then acidified with third fatty acid to give triacylglycerol. This is what is shown in the diagram here. From acetyl CoA, and these fatty acids are then taken for formation of phospholipid as diacylglycerol phosphatidic acid and synthesis of triacylglycerol. Now this triacylglycerol formation which takes place in liver, if it is imbalanced and if it leads to accumulation of fat, then that condition is called as fatty liver. And those agents which will prevent this formation of fatty liver are called as lipotropic agents. Refer to deposition of excess triglyceride in the liver is fatty liver. Balance between the factors causing fat deposition and removal from liver determines the outcome. So here the diagrammatic presentation is shown that the diseased liver or fatty liver as compared to the normal or healthy liver. Excessive mobilization of fat, the basic reason of fatty liver, the capacity of the liver to take up the fatty acids from blood exceeds its capacity for excretion through very low density lipoprotein. So fatty liver can occur in diabetes mellitus and starvation due to increased lipolysis in the adipose tissue. Let us see the factors which cause formation of fatty liver. First group is causes of fat deposition in liver. It may be due to mobilization of non-acidified fatty acids from adipose tissue or more synthesis of fatty acids from glucose. Second part is reduce the removal of fat from the liver. This may occur due to toxic injury to liver. Secretion of very low density lipoprotein which takes away triglyceride from liver to peripheral tissue need excessive of ApoB100 and ApoC lipoprotein. Decrease oxidation of fat by hepatic tissue also one of the reasons for causing fatty liver. An increase in factor 1, 2 or decrease in factor 3 and 4 will cause excessive accumulation of leading to fatty liver. That factor 1 and 2, which are required for mobilization of non-active fatty acid from adipose tissue and more synthesis of fatty acids from the glucose, whereas factor 3 and 4 are the toxic injury to liver. Secretions like VLDL needs synthesis of apolipoprotein B100 and apolipoprotein C and decrease oxidation of fat by hepatic tissue results into formation of fatty liver. Factors causing fatty liver. The other additional factors which may be pointed out here as a reason for fatty liver formation is excess calories, either in the form of carbohydrate or as fats are deposited as fat. That is, when we take more than required carbohydrate or fat in our diet, that results into deposition of fat on the liver. Secondly, because of this excess intake, the fatty liver is formed. In case of obesity, that obesity may be accompanied by fatty liver. We have mentioned that toxic injury to the liver also is one of the cause for fatty liver. Poisoning with carbon tetrachloride, arsenic, lead, etc. The capacity to synthesize VLDL is affected, leading to fatty infiltration of liver. Protein calorie malnutrition is also one of the reasons for fatty liver formation. Hepatitis B virus causing injury to the liver is also one of the reasons for fatty liver. Most important reason for fatty liver or cirrhosis of liver is alcoholism. In excessive intake of alcohol. It is the most common cause of fatty liver and cirrhosis. Alcohol is oxidized to acetaldehyde. This reaction produces increased quantities of NADH and which converts oxaloacetate to malate. As the availability of oxaloacetate is reduced, the oxidation of acetyl CoA through citric acid cycle is reduced. So fatty acid accumulate leading to triacylglycerol deposition in the liver. That is ultimate cause of fatty liver. Fatty liver progresses to cirrhosis, a very commonly observed the pathological condition, cirrhosis of liver. Fat molecules infiltrate the cytoplasm of the cell, seen as fat droplets. Nucleus is pushed to a side of the cell. Nucleus further disintegrated, that is called as karyolysis, and ultimately the hepatic cell is lysed. As a healing process, fibrous tissue is laid down, causing fibrosis of liver or otherwise known as cirrhosis of liver. These diagrams are depicting how a healthy liver is get disintegrated. First, it is converted to fatty liver by deposit of fat, causing liver enlargement. Then that results into liver fibrosis, scar tissue forms, more liver cell injury occurs, ultimately resulting into cirrhosis, some tissues makes liver hard and unable to hold proper, unable to hold properly. Yeah. So in this diagram, the different grades of pathological condition of liver are shown. That in a healthy liver becomes by accumulation of the fat becomes fibrosis, and that fibrosis causes death of the liver tissue, causing cirrhosis, and cirrhosis ultimately results into carcinogenesis or cancer of the liver. There are some compounds which have the function of preventing formation of fatty liver. Those compounds are called as lipotrophic factors. They are required for the normal mobilization of fat from liver. Absence of these compounds or decrease in concentration of these compounds results into the decreased mobilization of fat, ultimately causing fatty liver. Therefore, deficiency of these factors may result in fatty liver. They can offer protection against the development of fatty liver. These lipotrophic factors are choline, lecithin, vitamin E, and omega 3 fatty acids. Choline, feeding of choline has been able to reverse fatty changes, the fatty changes in animals. Lecithin and methionine, they help in synthesis of apolipoprotein and protein formation. The deficiency of